You ever feel tired, even on days where you didn't do that much? Like your body's not exhausted, your mind is, because you've been carrying everyone's opinions, every notification, every what if, every comparison, every random problem that isn't even yours. And then you wonder why you can't focus, why you can't stay consistent, why you keep procrastinating. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't have a time problem, you have a too many fucks problem. And that's why this book hits so hard, because it's not actually telling you to become careless, it's teaching you how to be selective. Because you only get a limited number of things you can truly care about, and right now, your attention is being spent like a broke person with a credit card. Let me tell you the moment this book slapped me. I used to have days where I'd plan everything perfectly. Study block, gym, edit, upload, and then one small thing would happen. Someone says something weird, a comment doesn't hit, you see someone your age doing better, your friend leaves you unseen, your marks aren't what you expected, and suddenly your whole day goes off track. Not because the day was ruined, because my mood got hijacked. I gave a full fuck to something that didn't deserve one. And once that happens, you start scrolling, you start resetting, you start delaying, and you call it laziness. It's not laziness, it's emotional mismanagement. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck sounds like a book about being rude and not caring. It's not. Mark Manson's whole point is way more savage. You're always going to care about something. The real question is, are you choosing what you care about, or is the internet choosing for you? Because if you don't choose, you'll end up caring about everything. Likes, views, grades, gossip, trends, being productive, being aesthetic, being perfect. And that's how people become anxious and exhausted while still getting nothing done. So here's the system I want you to take from this book. It's called the Pick 3 Rule, and it's going to sound too simple, but that's why it works. You pick 3 things you give real fucks about for this season of your life. Not forever, just this season. 3. For example, your health, your skill, your relationships, or your grades, your fitness, your content, or your money, your mental peace, your craft. 3. And anything outside those 3 becomes background noise. Not a "I don't care," more like a "I'm not spending emotional money on that right now." Now, micro cliffhanger. Picking 3 is easy. The hard part is what you do when your brain tries to drag you back into caring about everything. So I'm going to give you a few tiny moves you can use in real life, like literally today. Move number 1, the problem upgrade. This is straight from the book's vibe. Life is always going to have problems. The goal isn't to have none. The goal is to have better problems. So instead of "I have to study, I hate this," you upgrade it to "I'm the kind of person who can sit in discomfort and still win." Instead of "I'm not consistent, I'm failing," you upgrade it to "I'm building reps even when it's embarrassing." You're not removing struggle, you're choosing a struggle that leads somewhere. That's how discipline becomes easier. It becomes meaningful. Move number 2, the opinion tax. Every time you catch yourself stressing about what someone thinks, especially online, ask one question. Does their opinion pay my rent? Does it improve my health? Does it help my craft? If not, it's taxed. You don't delete it from your mind, you just stop funding it. This is huge for creators, because creators lose months of progress because of one comment, one flop, one comparison. You post something, it doesn't pop, and you start questioning everything. But here's the truth. The algorithm isn't your parent. It's not grading your worth, it's a machine. If you attach your identity to views, you will burn out. If you attach your identity to reps, you become unstoppable. Move number 3. The one honest journal line. This is my favorite because it's so small it's almost funny. Before bed, write one line. Today, I gave a fuck about this and it cost me this. That's it. Example, I gave a fuck about Instagram and it cost me my focus. Or I gave a fuck about what they said and it cost me my mood. When you write it down, your brain sees the trade. And once you see the trade, you stop making it without thinking. This is how you slowly become emotionally disciplined. Now let's talk about school stress, because this is where most people collapse. You sit down to study and suddenly your brain becomes a lawyer. This is hard. I'm behind. What if I fail? I should check my phone quickly. And you're gone. So here's a tiny rule. When you sit down to work, you are not allowed to solve your whole life. You only have one job. Start a 10-minute timer. That's it. Not motivation, not confidence, just 10 minutes of motion. Because action creates clarity, not the other way around. And once you start, your brain calms down because it sees you're not in danger. You're just doing work. And burnout people, listen, not giving a fuck doesn't mean push harder. Sometimes it means caring about rest on purpose. It means caring about sleep more than being available. Caring about saying no more than being liked, caring about your nervous system more than your to-do list. Because if you try to care about everything, your body will force you to stop. That's what burnout is. Your system just shuts down. So choose your priorities before your body chooses them for you. Okay, here's the part where most people misunderstand the book. Not giving a fuck is not being numb. It's being brave. It's being willing to disappoint people. It's being willing to be average at some things so you can be great at the right things. It's being willing to look cringe while you learn. It's being willing to fail publicly and still show up the next day. That's the real flex. So let's make this actionable in 60 seconds. Here's your 3-step challenge for tonight. Step 1, write your pick 3. 3 things that actually matter this season. Step 2, pick one thing you're going to care less about. 1. Maybe it's scrolling. Maybe it's pleasing everyone. Maybe it's checking stats every hour. Step 3, do 1 rep towards one of your 3 priorities, right now or tonight. 1 focus block, 1 workout, 1 page, 1 edit, 1 small action. Because the point of this book isn't to sound cool, it's to reclaim your attention. And if you take anything from this video, let it be this. You don't need to become a different person. You need to become a more selective person. Because focus isn't about trying harder. Focus is about choosing what matters and letting the rest be loud in the background while you keep moving. If you're locking in with me, subscribe. This channel is for people who want calm discipline, not fake motivation. And comment your pick 3 below. I'll read them. Try this tonight. Pick 3, drop 1, do 1 rep. That's how you win 2026. Let's level up together.